What's up, what's up, what's up? This is AJ, back again for another episode of the What We Gonna Do podcast. This is gonna be a special day, but we'll get into that in just a minute. First off, you can find me on social media pretty much everywhere at What We Gonna Do Pod. That's Instagram, that's Twitter. If you would like to support the show, feel free to visit patreon.com/What We Gonna Do. If you are thinking about starting a podcast, best place to go. This is the best place to go. Podbean.com/What We Gonna Do. You're going to get a free 30 days of unlimited hosting on me. You know what I'm saying? What's better than that? So I have a very special guest here, and, I won't hold y'all too long. I got my boy Deontay out of Little Rock. One of the guys, I talked about it when we come from Queens a little bit. Been known him since I was a kid, probably since 98, 99. We done been in the trenches. If y'all know anything about me and y'all done seen all my stories, this guy has been there for a lot of little stories. Now, we ain't going to get into that today, but we going to have a good conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and let him chime in for a little bit, and then we're going to get into the topic.
All right, well, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. It's all good. We good. So first, what's up, man? You good? I know we kind of talked before we got on the thing, but everything good, man? You feeling good?
Yeah, everything good. Trying to hopefully get my son potty trained soon. Trying to get him to be able to fight tigers, lions, and bears and shit. So.
That's what's. I already know where you going. Hey. Little man gonna be a beast, man. Look just like you, man. This is, man, my godson. He growing up on me, time is just flying by. His birthday is what?
His birthday was November 23rd.
Yeah, birthday just passed. So, little man just turned 1. My little girl finna be 4 in a couple of weeks. So it's...
Y'all got anything planned?
Man, I think... We're not doing a birthday party this year. I think we just gonna kind of take her and go to a few little spots, but we're not gonna do nothing big, man, because you already know I ain't gonna talk about it here on the podcast, but I'm finna be making some moves pretty soon. Right, so we getting ready for those moves or whatever. So I'll leave that at that. I already told y'all on the podcast I got some news. I'll let y'all know that come next year. Right now we're gonna keep that under wraps. So. Pretty much, like I said, this is my boy, this is my guy. It's gonna pretty much be hands free. We're gonna just let these ideas flow. And we're gonna take it as it is. The topic is Chivalry Dead? Now, all my ladies, I just can't wait to see y'all responses to this, because we're gonna talk about current. We're gonna talk about like our personal feelings. And we're going to talk about some other stuff in between, but we just going to start off there. So, D, I'm going to let you kind of start off, how do you feel about chivalry? Is chivalry dead?
Dead, I think is kind of half and half. I know, a lot of cats out here, they do the whole Netflix and chill thing. That's new. They get the can I come through text. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Instead of actually taking a lady out. Mm-hmm. So it's, I guess with this new generation, I guess it is. It could possibly be dead.
Okay. I think for me, and I've been out the game. So on my side of looking at it, y'all know I'm married. D is
yeah. That's why it's just
So y'all know I'm married. So as far as me, I've been saying chivalry dead. I don't know, life support maybe, but I'm just like, it's dead, and I think women killed it. I don't really feel like the whole, am I gonna lay my coat down over a puddle so your ass can walk across it? Am I opening this door? Am I opening the car door? Am I pulling out the chair? Like, when I think about chivalry, I think about, I want to start with some of the traditional stuff. Now, nowadays, like I said, ain't no chivalry. People sliding into the DMs, like D said, Netflix and chill. Can I come through text? Ain't nothing chivalrous about that. There's nothing gentlemanly about that. That's just regular.
I don't want to just put it all on the women though. I know it's half and half, man. It is half and half. I know some women, they expect. That's what I don't like. They expect you to do that. Like it's required to like if a fucking dog run at you and attack you, it's required. She think it's supposed to be you that's supposed to fight the dog. No, it's gonna be your ass. No, I'm just bullshit. No, man, but it's half and half, man. Cause a lot of women they have strong opinions about it, and some of the guys they just a lot. Well, I guess you say a lot of women made it kind of easy. Like we just discussed the Netflix and chill and all that, and you know what I'm saying. It don't take much.
Yeah,
it don't take much. A couple edible arrangements and bam.
I don't think women. I've been stopped thinking that women appreciated stuff like that. The reason I say that is, growing up for me at least, I don't remember nobody talking about that. I don't really remember that being a big deal. I won't necessarily say I saw my parents doing it or my uncle or my older relative or nothing like that. And then again, as far as women necessarily requiring it, women didn't really require that. You take them to dinner and a movie. That was the requirement that I remember back in the day. And sometimes it wasn't even dinner. It was just a movie.
Never failed. That blueprint never failed.
You know what I'm saying? So I as far as like women being like, oh, he got to do this, and this before he can do this, and this with me. It just wasn't like that. Plus, I don't necessarily feel like we have ladies anymore. We'll get into that. But when I think about it, it's like, okay, you have a gentleman and you have a lady. So it's like, okay, if you're a lady, then I can understand you expecting to have a gentleman or something like that. If you're a gentleman, I can see you wanting a lady, but I don't necessarily know if gentlemen and ladies really exist. It's like, it's niggas and it's females. It's men and it's women. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, boys and girls or whatever. It ain't necessarily like black and white like back in the day, nice suit, cane, going to the ball or something like that. It's like, look, hey, I'm finna pull up. You better come in and get in the car, girl. It's cold as hell outside right now. What you mean? I'm supposed to get out the car, walk around my car, open the door for you, and it's 30 degrees outside? Man, if you don't get your ass in this car and let's go, like, come on, man. I mean, bro, am I lying? Come on, D. Come on now.
I mean, shit, man. That's a tough one because
tell the truth.
I mean, it. Like I said, it's some women. It's not all women. I don't want to say all women. It's some women that they just on this high ass pedestal and they feel like you got to bend over backwards for them. Yeah, and it shouldn't be that way. Everything in a relationship, it should be organic. You know, it should be. Y'all should just set up an agenda and just go with it. Like, how can I put it? Just, you know, the walks, the fucking picnics. Falling down, y'all falling down in a big ass pile of leaves. Right. At the skating ring. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's something. That's like more organic. It's not required. You know, a lot of women nowadays want you, hey, you need to take me to this expensive ass restaurant. Right. You better make sure this damn door open for me. Right. Hold the door open for me. If somebody look at me, fight that nigga. No, it's a lot. It's a lot, man.
Okay. Now that make perfect sense. That it should be that way. That we don't, I guess it doesn't have to be like the traditional thing, like whatever me and you cool with, whatever me and you agree to, like D said, walks. I remember me and my wife, before we got married, and probably a little bit, you know, even after we got married, we would go down to the Little Rock, I don't know, the Little Rock Bridge or whatever downtown. And we would pretty much we would walk that bridge. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what we did. Have a good time. It was just like normal. It was regular. You know what I'm saying? We would be at her aunt's house, and her aunt lived in this nice neighborhood or whatever, and we would just walk down the street to the little park. Me and her be messing around. We'll be like on the swings and shit. You know, big grown. We in our 20s, but we would do stuff like that, and it was just casual. It was normal. It wasn't nothing where she was like, we need to go to the bridge and do this way, or we need to go to this park and do this way.
Yeah, it was like I said, it's organic. It's not like it was set in stone. Like you had to take her to this restaurant.
Yeah.
You had to, you know what I'm saying? You had to put her on this horse and carriage ride.
It's got to be like this.
Yeah, it was just y'all taking the time to get to know each other. That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to build a foundation of friendship.
Yeah.
And the rest to come.
Yeah. So we talked about it a little bit, and I know where you stand as far as the women and their responsibility. So I'm gonna kind of go back to that. So as far as women, and them appreciating it and just the things that maybe these women do now, what is like your experience? Because, you know, you hear stuff about getting in the DMs and this stuff like that. How do you even approach a woman now? You know what I'm saying? Is it, you know, hey, how you doing? Remember, that was the old thing. And niggas tried that for a good 10, 15 years and that shit wasn't working. So it's like, do y'all even care how a guy approaches you? As long as, I remember it was like, oh, if he got a nice car, if he got some rims, that was the popping thing. It didn't matter if I came up to you and I was like, hey, hello, miss. My name is AJ. May I court you? May I have your number? Thank you. You know, it wasn't nothing like that. You know, and even today, I feel like I would assume it's probably gotten worse looking at these new guys and what's going on TV. So what's your experience?
I mean, yeah, it has gotten worse, man. You know, we old school, man. We feel like the best approach is walking up to a woman and talking to her. You know, to me, that's the best honest approach. Like nowadays, females, they get on Facebook, they looking good. You find a woman attractive, you try to send her a message. She'll try to, she got like 800,000 motherfucking messages up in there, and she screenshot, just leave me alone.
Wow.
Like, bitch.
Wow.
If somebody trying to talk to you, just say you're not interested. You know.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of childish guys out there that be like, well, fuck you and all that. But every guy not like that.
Right.
And,
right.
And it's like nowadays, that's how most guys get their attention. They try to get them through the DMs. They
online.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just. Man, it's just all seem fake. You know, you at a bar, that's how it's supposed to be. You at a bar, you see a woman you like, you go up to her like a man, you say, hey, how are you? My name is Blues Blase.
Yeah.
Shake a hand or whatever, and put your Mac down then. I mean, now it's just, I don't know, it's just all bullshit, man.
If you got like a following or something, or I mean, at least
and if your shit ain't popping, your page ain't popping, then you ain't worth to look at.
Right, man. I talk about that. Like I had a whole episode kind of talking about let's get back to reality. Make sure y'all check out that episode if you haven't. But I kind of talked about how we've gotten away from real stuff and real interactions, like. Walking up on you see somebody that look good. Maybe it could be at the gas station or something like that. It could be at the bookstore. It could be at the grocery store. It could be, like you said, at the bar or something like that. And again, just being like, oh, let me approach her. You know what I'm saying? And it be okay for you to approach her, because it's like women talk about guys all the time, but it's like, damn, when is the right time to approach y'all? And again, if we approach y'all just in that traditional way, y'all not really receptive. You know what I'm saying? It's
exactly.
We not necessarily getting the return that we like, damn, I'm just trying to be regular. You know what I'm saying? I done heard some stories. I don't know about you, D, but I done heard stories about dudes walking up to girls and the girls telling them, go follow them on social media. Have you heard of, anybody said that?
No, they said it to me, but I've heard things like that. Or they'll like get like an attitude, you know what I'm saying, and try to embarrass you in front of their friends. I've heard about that.
Yeah,
and,
seen that.
I don't know, man. And it's bad on both ends. Cause they done, cause I know those same chicks that probably done that, probably been nice to a dude, let him off easily, and the dude still persisted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. We just need to tone it down with the social media shit and all this technology. You got little kids out here that's 3 years old with fucking iPhone 15s, and it's a lot, man.
Man, the world
it's a lot.
The world is different, man. It's not like, you know, what we grew up in. Me and D, I mean, we both 80s babies, late 80s, grew up in the 90s. Different music, different times.
You're damn right, different music.
You know, we look. We not even we ain't gonna do that either. Another time, stuff. You know, obviously, man, like it's changed. So transitioning on from that, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I think I hear exactly what you're saying. It's both sides, because we do know, and I talk to the women all the time. Again, I can just go back to we come from Queens, and they kind of talk about how dudes come up on them, and they try to be cool with it. You know, it's like, okay, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And the dude keep going. They keep calling them, cat calling, whatever the case may be. And then that's when it starts to get to the point where it's kind of crossing the line. And of course, that can make a bad impression for the rest of the guys. But at the same time, how personal, you know, it's just not that personal to be grown and you pulling a girl online. Again, we was younger, that was normal. But it's like now, it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? We both live in the same city, and I gotta only holler at you through online and not necessarily if I see you in person. But like I said, I'm kind of beating a dead horse with that. So did your dad teach you, or did you see him do it as far as chivalry? I know I kind of talked about my uncle and, you know, whoever like that, but did you see that, like, from growing up, chivalry?
No, it was kind of trial and error for me. I grew up around mostly women, so I kind of picked up. I learned a lot of lessons from them.
Yeah,
you know, how to talk to a woman, try to be more sensitive to a woman needs and all that, and it was pretty much trial and error, man. I won some, I lost some.
Yeah, yeah.
So you just.
So did opening doors, was that a big deal? Was that like a staple? Like, me and my wife kind of talk about this now. I just didn't open doors. That wasn't no normal, and I never really remember women, girls, whatever, having a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Now, it wasn't. I was joking earlier talking about getting in the car. Now, I probably was thinking that in my head, get your ass in the car because it's cold, but I wasn't necessarily out the window like, girl, you better get in the car because it's cold or whatever. No, I wasn't doing nothing like that, but at the same time, I wasn't, as soon as I pulled up, let me get out the car and run around and let me hurry up and grab that door, let me close that door and let me go get back in the car.
You can go to hell with that. But I've always opened doors. I don't know who I got it from or when did I start. I knew I was a kid when I started doing it, but I've always opened doors. And yeah, I will open a car door. Now, if we parked, I'm not about to hop that motherfucker, hop out the car, roll over the hood just to catch you before you open the door. You gonna open the damn door yourself.
Right.
But that initial first, we walk into the car, yeah, I open the door.
Okay.
But yeah.
It makes sense. I mean, it just, I don't know. I'm working on it. My wife get on to me all the time because I just be like, man, it ain't that big of a deal. We both got to get in the damn car. Just get in the car. Let's go. Like, but I get it. If your lady asks for it or something like that, you know what I'm saying? I get it from that aspect.
It's just little things, man. You know, walking, like, you being out on the curve and while she being inside, you know, trying to protect her from oncoming traffic and stuff.
I do like that. If it's cold, you may give her your coat. You at the movies, you got a coat on. She look like she look. You know, that's an old one right there. Yeah. Take your coat off. You know, give her a coat.
Old player move. Yeah, let her smell the cologne in the coat.
Now this the bad side of it, because I can't just let y'all get away with all this positive shit. We tell y'all, hey, grab your coat. It's cold. Y'all don't grab your coat. Now you outside shivering. So now my black ass, I gotta be cold because you ain't want to grab your coat when I told you to grab your coat. Yeah, come on. They do that too. You know what I'm saying? And we do it. to be nice. We chivalrous. I'm going to go ahead and give you my coat. Even though I told your ass to get your coat, now I got to be cold. And I don't see you giving me my coat back saying, you know what, baby, you cold, I'm cold, you know, that. No, women ain't gonna do that. You probably ain't even gonna hear their mouth. They probably are waiting for you to go ahead and get them that coat. Oh, thank you. It may not even get a thank you. It's like, yeah, nigga, you supposed to do that. That's another thing. Again, D talked about it earlier. Expectations. It's not appreciated because it's expected after a certain amount of time. It's like, okay, you supposed to do this anyway. It's like, but I'm still choosing to do it. Because other guys, they not doing this, whether they supposed to or not. So you should still be like, thank you,
and they
courtesy.
Would be in their right too.
Yeah,
they would be in their right. Don't nobody tell you to put on a freakum dress and it's 29 outside.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
I see it. I still see it. Again, I'm out the game, but I do get outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm married. I'm not blind. Okay. So oh yeah. So my dad, same thing. I don't really think. My dad was a player. I think I kind of talked about it before. My dad was a player. My grandma was a player. My mom was a player. I don't really remember them harping on opening doors or anything like that or teaching me to do this, do that. I just kind of, like Dee said, I went off the cues. You know what I'm saying? I just went off of what I saw, what I learned growing up. It wasn't something like, this is how you should pull out a chair. All of that etiquette stuff. This is your dinner fork, and this is your. No, I didn't get no formal training or nothing like that from my parents. It was pretty much learn as you go. Figure that out. What the girl like, what the girl don't like. Oh, if we're going out on a date, do I have to get flowers? Do I have to get a gift? Is it Valentine's Day? Are you really my Valentine, or did we just link up and I have to do something? I really just played it by ear. Valentine's was a courtesy. I used to definitely get a bear. I used to definitely get some stuff. And I re-gifted. If I had any problems with a Valentine when I was younger, I re-gifted. Like, oh, okay, you didn't show up here. You didn't do this. Okay, this is going to be re-gifted to another, young lady that would appreciate this. So anyway, we kind of talked about the dads and kind of those types of things. Same thing. I mean, I guess, again, like Dee said, he grew up around women, so he kind of saw it. My mom, again, she didn't really say nothing about it, so I didn't really think about it. And now, when you've kind of been doing something for so long, and it hasn't really been that serious as a requirement for your past relationships, it's hard. I need y'all women to understand that just because you dating this guy and he's a new guy and he may not be doing something, you may have to give him some time. Now, there are cues that you're supposed to watch for, but if it's stuff like, again, opening doors, don't get too upset at him. Oh, that's what I was going to bring up. D, now we know this is the dreaded thing that women do. You go into let's say you go to Olive Garden. You open, you getting ready to go in that door.
Gotta have the breadsticks.
You getting ready to go in that door, and there's some women coming. So you do the gentleman thing, you hold that door. When you hold that door for these said women, what are you expecting, D?
What do you mean? What am I expecting? Like, am I expecting a thank you or?
Yeah.
I've always gotten a thank you. Ain't nobody ever just walked off and just kept walking. You might get the door on the back of your heel. I don't know. So, but every woman I've held the door open for, I've always been polite.
That's what's up. I have definitely, been caught in them awkward situations where I didn't want to just be that guy that walked in and let the door close. So I've held the door, wasn't appreciated, wasn't even acknowledged. It was like, just walk right on in. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, boy, just cold-blooded. Something I have been seeing recently, and I always figure stuff be happening because I'm married, but I've had women open the doors for me, which is the weirdest thing to me. You know what I'm saying? And I work in an office environment, but I always be like, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like when women hold the door for me. I feel like you can push it enough for me to catch it or something like that, but don't necessarily, hold it like a guy would hold it. I've had women actually do that, and I'm like, nah, I got it. Go ahead and, go in. I got it.
Yeah, it's just, them being polite. I don't have a problem with them doing that,
Courtesy.
Yeah, courtesy. You know, I mean, it's all good. I know we've been hitting the topic of expectation a lot and how women shouldn't expect things. Now take that shit with like a grain of salt. I know it's you should expect certain things from a man, but come on, man, you know what those things are. Like, does he have goals, stuff like that? No, not if he holding doors and you know the little bullshit.
Yeah,
you know.
So there should be some new rules.
Yeah. So just like a man, you know what you want out of a relationship, and that's what you go for. You know, if you don't feel like a person is hitting those proper notes, you go your separate ways.
Okay. So again, we're gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? You talked about this a little bit. We won't sit on this long. Me and my wife, basically, would you let a woman open the door for you? So you pretty much said, yeah, that ain't no big deal or whatever. So me and my wife, because I think it's funny. So, because sometimes you have to go back in history and kind of see things and how things have changed. So usually, hypothetically, you open a woman's door. The courtesy would be for that woman to then, when she's in the car, she's settled, she's comfortable, to lean over, kind of hit that button, you know, and kind of push that door out maybe a little bit, you know, so you can go ahead and get in the car. So every once in a blue moon, my wife does this for me, and I appreciate it, you know, and we think it's funny, but I'll open her door, and, you know, I have to go back around the car. By the time I get back around the car, my wife has leaned over and just pushed that door open a little bit, enough for me to be able to get in smoothly. You know, I don't have to hit another unlock or anything. I don't have to pull on the handle. The door's already open. I just kind of slide in the car. Do you know, what are your thoughts on that? Does that even sound about right that women, you know, at a certain point would do that? Just, I got you, baby. Let me get that door, you know what I'm saying, for you in return.
Man, I mean, I ain't really just thought about that shit. I may have had it happen once. I'm not sure, but it's not like, it's not very common for me.
Okay.
That shit crazy.
So, again, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, look, if you get in the car, especially if you got the keys, hey, cut the air on, maybe get the car started, turn the key or something. Help me out a little bit. This is what I be thinking.
You expect a little bit in return,
brother. I expect a little bit of something. Okay. When I get out the grocery store and I done got all the damn groceries on one arm and put them in the back of my trunk.
Gotta be on one arm. If it ain't on one arm, you ain't a man.
You ain't a man. So you get all these groceries on one arm, and she just go push that basket. You know, she may push the basket to the car, and boy, she go get in that car. And you got to grab.
This is like a mini rant. God damn it! Why do women feel like they can only carry 2 goddamn bags, man? Why is that? Why do y'all think y'all playing, man? Y'all really try to finesse a motherfucker, but it doesn't work like that.
Hey, y'all can help a little bit, just a little bit more than that.
Motherfucker have 18 goddamn bags on one arm and a big ass box of crayons in the other arm with a vein poking out his forehead. But y'all have one bag talking about you need help.
If that, they may just have a purse, may just have their clutch, and you be like, really? Okay, baby, I got it. But again, for men, that's expected. A lot of chivalrous stuff is expected from men, but then on the other side, it's like, ladies, what are y'all doing this, the ladylike stuff? And then, like I say, we gonna touch on that at the end. You know, right. we gonna touch on that.
Beautiful topic.
But it's like, okay, I get all the groceries out I put all the groceries in the car. We get to the crib. I gotta take all the groceries out the car. I'm talking about women get out the car, walk straight into the house. I know something. I help. I do.
Got a bag of goddamn bread in their hand.
Have you ever got out of your car and you see her take that one bag in and you think she gonna come back to get another bag and she just gone and you just sitting there at the car looking at the door like
trying to hide off in the bathroom and shit? Yeah, we've all seen it. You got 18 turkeys in your hand and shit.
You got to make 17 trips to the car because she can't come back out one time. She done went in the house. Matter of fact, now y'all women know y'all do this. Y'all will go in the house, take your shoes off, get comfortable. Be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Now some of y'all, granted, y'all do y'all part. When we do bring stuff in the house, y'all put it up. That's almost an expectation for me. if I got to put them in the car, take them out the car, and put them up, we might have a little problem. It's like, God, like, come on now, you got to help with something.
Yeah, they usually do that though. You got to give them that. They usually put the groceries up.
No, they might say, "Well, I'm cooking."
Shit.
It's like, yeah, you can help too. You can help unload this stuff, man. Put this over here. Man, we know what stuff go in the house. I had to just drop it on that for a little bit. So another thing, chivalry. Who pays on dates? This is like a topic that continues to come up when we talk about Dutch. You know, some people still talk about the Dutch stuff. So, just kind of walk me through that dates.
Okay.
Let's start with, if you can go through, like, if I ask her out or if we just talking and we be like, oh, we should go out or something.
Okay. Typically, you know, asking them out, usually I pay, you know, I pay the first go around, you know, but it's, from my experience, it's always been, I pay first, they pay second, I paid, you know, it's been back and forth, you know, I had one chick that I kept having to pay for it, and I'm obviously not talking to her no more, so, but yeah, I think it's, I believe in 50-50, you know, and so I think that's a pretty good deal. You know, nobody's being more dominant than the other. Everybody's contributing. You know,
is it nice? Because I know, let's say hypothetically, you may not as a guy be expecting a woman to pay, but at the same time, it's nice if she do it. You know what I'm saying? It's that to us guys, women, y'all can feel however you want to feel. It's not that, oh, this is a broke ass nigga and I'm paying for this nigga. We just talking about y'all doing something nice. It's no different than getting a guy a gift. Again, on Valentine's Day, we bringing a bear, a chocolate,
you better not
a car.
be thinking that shit. Y'all better not be thinking that.
So it's nice if y'all do that in return or whatever.
But it's us men though. We naturally do the most anyway. It seemed like almost in a relationship that we're required to do the most because, like you just hit it. You just said it perfectly, man. Like Valentine's Day, usually the man go out buy bears, edible arrangements,
dinner,
hotel rooms, carriage rides.
Gas.
We end up
cleaning the car,
spending like $600-700, and y'all, and most of the time, y'all end up giving us like a couple creative cards. You know, get you a little some lingerie that you ain't worn in a while.
Maybe a $10 pair of boxers.
And some I don't want to be rude, but some pussy we've been having for the last 17 years.
Ass.
So sometimes it can get a little one-sided. Now it's some women that go over the top, just like men, but it's mutual. It's not a lot of y'all out there that do that.
Yeah, y'all active in Valentine's Day where it's mutual, like where it's a thing. Like, again, expectation versus courtesy from a man, because again, we do a lot of stuff as men out of courtesy. That's our chivalry, and again, it's not necessarily like, oh, you're supposed to do this for Valentine's Day. Women ain't supposed to do nothing on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And it's like, we got y'all on Father's Day. Well, what if I ain't no father? So I don't get nothing till my birthday or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't get nothing till Christmas. And even on Christmas, it's, you know, Christmas, it might be a little one-sided then too. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, oh, I don't know what he like. I'm just gonna get him a coat or a 6-pack of beer or something.
Yeah, or a couple T-shirts that was on sale.
Yeah, a couple T-shirts. But you know, I've been wanting these diamond earrings from K's. Be like, hold up now, hey.
We done got you an MK purse and some knee-high boots.
Right.
So
y'all hear that?
Yeah. So it's crazy, man.
Yeah. Y'all look. We like nice stuff too. I say this all the time. Women think it's the funniest thing in the world. Do I want some roses? No. If you brought me some roses, would I accept them? Hell yeah, I'm taking them roses. I'm taking whatever a woman decide to get me because we know y'all don't like to reciprocate that stuff because again, y'all, it's a, my language, it's almost like it's a transaction, you know what I mean, for what we're doing because in return, it's like, yeah, I gave you some ass. You know what I'm saying? That's the gift, nigga. That's your gift. Valentine's gift.
We've been together for 3-4 years. You gave me the same piece of ass.
You know, I put this makeup on at the house. I didn't go to the Mac store and pay for the Mac kit at the mall or whatever. I put this makeup on at the house. I allowed you to take me out. You better be happy that I even allowed you to take me out. And I picked a restaurant too. So you better be glad you didn't have to worry about picking the restaurant. I picked a restaurant, so that took something off your plate. I don't care if you had to play $100.
Took something off my plate. You talking about that $40 ass T-bone you ate? That's what you took off the plate.
And that bottle I got, you know what I mean? Because we go spend that $100 or more, and that's a whole other thing. This new age, I've been hearing women talking about it, saying that a $40 date is cheap, a $60 date is cheap, a $100 date is cheap, and I'm like, I'm kind of glad that I am out of this because again, I like stuff being natural. Like we can have a good date off of $20. We can have a good date without even spending money.
It doesn't always have to be planned. Like I said, organic. You might just be like, I might just be walking, like you said. Like, damn, you want good body to eat or something? Go to TGI Fridays or Chili. What the fuck wrong with that?
Right.
Just to sit back, have a couple drinks, and something to eat.
We ain't gotta go to the whatever it is with the $100 restaurant every time. And y'all should be okay with that. Now again, all that it ain't tricking if you got it. I'm gonna let them guys have it. You know what I'm saying? If your money don't run dry, have fun with that. But I know some guys that they wheeled and dealed to get to court this woman, and then it was like she expected that forever, and they was like, baby, this well don't run forever. We can't do this every weekend or every day. Well, it's like, well, this is what you started out doing, and now you doing something different. It's like, are you not in reality? You do realize that that's, everybody can't do that, and you should be a little bit more understanding. But, guys, you've set the tone and created this environment where they now are like, no, this is why I mess with you.
And we all had to learn that harsh lesson, at least once. In our life, we had to learn that, starting off big bank hanking, quote unquote tricking like a motherfucker.
Busting out the show at the...
Boy, Olive Garden every other day. Then that well slow down, get dry. She be like, well, what's going on? Like, shit, I ain't got it.
Yeah.
Like,
it ain't nothing going on.
You ain't got me either. So you know what I'm saying? So
it ain't nothing going on. It ain't that I like you less. It's just like, I would assume you would understand. Like, I would assume we didn't get past that part. Like, you like me, right? You don't just like me for the things that I do for you. Or do you? That's where it is.
Age-old question.
So, to continue, kind of with dates a little bit. Ordering food. So we see different things in movies. Do you let the woman order first, or do you go ahead and order first? Like, does that even matter? Like, should a guy be like, okay, let my girl go ahead and get her food, and I'll wait, garçon.
I think women like a confident man. Like, if you say, for instance, you've been to S Cargo Blase Blases, and you've been there a couple times. She hasn't. You know what I'm saying? You can pretty much feel confident enough to order for her. A lot of women like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, get her the chicken Alfredo.
Okay, I've heard that
with a side of pig ass. Whatever. Yeah, and a lot of women like that because they don't expect that. They like a confident, sure man. They don't, a lot of women love a man that leads. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to get a brother up in there. Oh, well, what do you want? I don't know. Well, what are you gonna eat? I don't know. So, that's my take on it.
So, have you ever, again, with that, have you ever, has a female or girl, whatever, has they ever said anything like, why you didn't let me order, why you didn't let me get my drink? Have they ever had a problem if you took that initiative to do something like that?
No, I've never experienced that, but I don't know. You just, it's a gamble, and you gotta just play it by ear. If you kind of get a feel of what type of person she is, then you go off of that.
Yeah, don't just go in there and she got a food allergy and you like, let me get the catfish. No, she don't need to. Just talk to me. Let her get the catfish and bring this appetizer right, baby. Baby, I don't eat. Thank you, sir. Go get that order for me, baby. You gonna eat this? Eat the cake, anime. You know what I'm saying? So you probably don't want to do that, guys. Like they say, you feel it out and listen. You can see her. You can kind of be like, I don't know, she may want the lasagna this time or something like that.
Communication is key, guys. That's why you gotta ask a lot of questions and. Actually get to know a person and listen. Listen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. So this has been good. This has been good. So we kind of wrapping up. But like I said, we're gonna wrap up with something very important because again, we're talking about the guys and chivalry and did women kill it. So we have to talk about the women nowadays. We have to talk about the ladies. So. Do ladies even exist? In 2017, do you still see ladies? Are they still around, or are they just like some mythical unicorns and we just deal with regular black women or whatever women, we date or whatever?
It's a lot of things, a lot of women, a lot of people, I don't want to just say women, a lot of people in this day and age it's all fake. Everything is fake. You like, for instance, you look at the videos back in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s, whatever. You see women with, like, I would just put it this way. I was just watching the DMX video with Cisco, What They Really Want From Me the other day.
Yeah.
Awesome song. And you seen the women up in there, man. They all look normal. They look natural. Now I ain't saying they didn't have on makeup or weave.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Body wise, I mean, come on, man. It's like a lot of women nowadays. They all look the same. Like their face look the same. The hair, the huge ass. Like don't nobody. Everybody ain't got no ass like that, man. So the big ass, perfect titties. You know what I'm saying? Like when my boys say Kendrick Lamar, like, show me the woman with the stretch marks. You know what I'm saying? That's you want to see something real. You know what I'm saying? Now and like I said, if that's what you want to do to feel beautiful, then by all means do it. I'm not knocking you for wanting to feel beautiful, and just like there's a lot of brothers out here that they got the lace front dreads and the braid wigs and the stick on mustache beards and shit.
Wow.
Like, do whatever's best for you, but at the same time, it's like it's just becoming extreme for me.
And we still like, I talk about it all the time. We like real women. I think, again, I like a woman that can dress up, and I like a woman that can relax. I like a woman that can put some heels on, and I like a woman that can put some tennis shoes on. Like, there can be balance. It don't just have to be so heavy where you got this makeup caked on. You got your yaki cake, 20-inch bundle, 50-inch bundle. You know what I'm saying? You got whatever different, operation. I know a lot of women will say, well, this is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted video vixens. Y'all, this is what y'all were attracted to. Y'all talked about how they looked in these different videos, and it's like, now we got a culture of women that are just video vixens, and it's like, what's the problem now?
Yeah, where's the problem now is that we lacking the real woman, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's starting to get ridiculous, man. It really is.
So what would you say is a lady? And I'll get into what I think on do ladies exist, but what would you define as a lady, or maybe a lady for you? And what I mean by that is, ladies, they dress a certain way. You know what I mean? They keep some things not for the public, just for private. They don't fart in public. They cover their mouth when they're eating. Some of the, just ladylike behavior. They may not be acting a fool and just cussing and talking all loud in public and stuff like that. They know how to carry themselves. They know, okay, if we're in this type of environment and maybe we're at a gala or we're at a black affair, she knows how to carry herself and stuff like that. So what do you think, is a lady, or what is a lady to you?
A woman to me is, I want her to be an extension of me. That's how I feel like your woman should be. I want her to exude confidence. I want her to be able to speak her mind. And, I want her to dress to be able to, if it's for a certain event, she bring that wow factor. And I'm not talking about like Dave Chappelle said, the turtleneck with the titties popping out top of the turtleneck. It ain't gotta be like,
man.
That classy sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Little black dress or something, maybe?
Yeah, the classy sexy. But at the same time, I don't want her to feel obligated to have to constantly dress like that 24/7. Because like I said, I've been raised by women, majority women, and I know they say heels suck. They say it sucks.
Definitely heard that.
So you don't have to constantly like wear heels around me to impress me. It could be, flip flops, sandals, whatever the fuck. You ain't gotta constantly be caked up with makeup around me. You know what I'm saying?
Bare face.
Natural. It's. I don't really feel too comfortable on speaking what I feel like a woman is, because it's always gonna sound like a little negative, like I'm like just nitpicking, and that's not the case, because I love women. But I just majority, man, I just want somebody that's, well, I have that person now, but I would want somebody that's confident and honest.
Already. Man, I think that ladies, I don't know. I feel like they are few and far between that have that ladylike thing and carry themselves a certain way. I know some people reference like Aisha Curry. You know what I mean? Just how she dresses. She's beautiful. She's this. She's intelligent. She's that. But at the same time, she kind of. Some people say she dresses like an old woman, you know what I mean? Because she keeps everything for Steph Curry. You may catch some random beach pictures, but for the most part, she's covered up. She has her décolletage, if y'all know what that means. But the chest area, the neck to chest area, she has that covered up. She has her stomach. She ain't just got her stomach out all the time. She ain't necessarily just got her legs out all the time or whatever. She ain't necessarily doing that for attention and for the sake of other people. She does it more so for her husband, you know what I mean? And that's something that he likes to see and that pleases him and that pleases her as well. So she can still dress and be confident and be a woman, and at the same time, she carries herself a certain way. Now, again, I know y'all don't necessarily everybody don't look at her the same way and say that she's the standard. I'm just using her as an example. Would I say, I ain't even gonna say no names, because if I get to saying names, y'all gonna be like, oh, he slut shaming, he this, he that. And I ain't really with all of that. I think a lot of this shit is stupid. Just like, you can't say nothing. You know what I mean? If you say something and pick a side about one thing, you saying something about the other side. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Ladies, to me, they are different. It's almost like a different level, like a different mentality. They not a girl. They're mature. They don't overdo it with the makeup. The makeup is like at a certain thing to where it's like, oh, she didn't go over the top with it, but I can tell she got some makeup on. Oh, I see her eyebrows. Like, I can tell she got them done, but it ain't nothing crazy. She ain't got no Nike check on her face or nothing like
So
that.
you want a natural look?
Of course. I always prefer a natural look. 100%. I always prefer, like, you know, and my wife talk about it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not really tripping about weave. I think when me and my wife first met, I asked her to take it out. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to see her. That's my preference. I've heard some other guys where they basically was like, no, you need to stay at a 10, period. You know what I'm saying? They not allowing no room for anything less than that. I don't feel that way. Nobody is a 10 all the time. You know, I don't give a damn what type of nigga. This nigga is in super shape. Michael Jai White, The Rock, Vin Diesel, big, hulked up nigga. Even you got your days where I'm sure your girl be like, you looking, you know what I'm saying? Which is okay. We humans. We not going to be like that all the time. So I don't think guys should necessarily feel like they got to be at this level all the time either. That pretty much wrapped it. I mean, did you want to add anything else? I mean, chivalry, I think that, you know, like D said, I always say it's dead, but I like what he said as far as like, maybe we need some new rules for chivalry. Maybe it's not I need to throw my brand new coat on the ground so you can walk over a puddle. You better walk around that damn puddle. But, you know, maybe it is taking that walk on the bridge. Maybe it is taking that walk to the park. Maybe it is just some casual, natural stuff and not necessarily like, oh, it has to be cookie cutter. It has to be this way. And if guys aren't doing this, then guys are dogs. You know, guys don't know how to treat a lady anymore. Guys don't know how to do this anymore.
And, you know, that whole shit, you ain't a real man. How do you know? You know, you're a woman. Just like we can't speak on what a real woman is.
Yeah.
We can't because we're not women.
Yeah. We got our opinions.
So, but like he said, man, just go back to it being communication. Communication is key. It will always be key. It will always be important. You got to take time to get to know a person. You know their wants, fears, goals. You know, it's not hard to just sit down and just talk to a person. You don't always have to be doing extra shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just sit your ass down on some grass.
Yeah.
You know, go sit at a bench.
Right.
Just chill and talk. That's what it's all about. Nobody talks on the phone no more. I remember when we was younger, motherfucker used to talk on the phone for like 5 hours. This is I'm speaking for myself. Now
Me too.
Now I may be able to get up to an hour, maybe. Woo. And that's pushing it.
Yeah.
You know, so we not just talking like we don't have our faults too.
Of course.
Or went with the times.
Yeah.
Or haven't went with the times or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just all about communication. Sitting down and talking to a person. That's all you got to do is talk.
Yep, I agree.
A simple, hey, how are you? Handshake.
Yeah.
Nigga look like Beetlejuice. You just let him down as peacefully as you can.
And look, you can't get that online. You can't get that on. You got to take that offline. People are not showing their real. People go through stuff. Nobody's perfect all the time. If you see anybody profile, Twitter, whatever, Snapchat, Marco Polo, Instagram, and all you see is pictures where they look amazing. All you see is pictures where they out doing something. All you see is like them talking about like good stuff and no negativity. That ain't real. That is not real life. People go through stuff. People don't look perfect every day. People don't talk this way every day. So if you really want to get to know that person, it's not just going to happen through social media. You got to get offline and see the real person you do. And face to face. Phone call is cool. But if you go back even further than, we talking on the phone and we texting, before that, face to face. I got to see you. You know what I'm saying? I can look you in your eyes. I can see your mannerisms. I can see if I make you laugh and if I make you smile opposed to just being over the phone or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I just seen the little funny things where the women say, oh, he'll call me and you know, we'll be talking and he'll be like, what you got on? Oh, you know, I had my nice dress. I got my nice dress on. I got this on. And the women sitting there in a towel with all this gunk all on their face. And the dude sitting there, he lying too, talking about, yeah, you know, I threw my nice blaze on and, you know, I'm pretty clean today. And he's sitting there in his boxers and a
With
wife
the meat
beater.
hanging out. Sitting there in his boxes with the meat hanging out, playing PS4.
And y'all both really talking, and y'all probably both got these pictures in y'all heads like, oh yeah, man, I bet she looked. But if you really saw that, you know, so it's just better to have those real interactions off of social media and just in person.
Yeah, in person is always best. You're gonna always yield the greatest results by being in person. You know what I'm saying? How many times have you said LOL and you had a straight ass face?
What? Hundreds, millions of
Food for thought. Food for thought.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here, man. Deontay, I appreciate you, man. I've been meaning to do this, man. I'm definitely gonna have you back. Look, you've been my boy for forever and a day, and I hope that whoever gets to check this out, that you guys are entertained. If you got any problems, please address those to Deontay, not myself. But y'all probably gonna be on his side. I know, because I was talking my shit. This is, again, the What We Gonna Do podcast. I am your host, AJ. Again, go to patreon.com/What We Gonna Do if you would like to support the show. Check out podbean.com/What We Gonna Do if you are thinking about starting a podcast. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. Peace.